forearms. Come up to the hands and knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Tuck the toes under. Push the seat back to the heels. Lift the knees up. Come into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And connect to your Ujjayi pranayama, your upward victorious breath. Equal inhales and exhales through the nose. There's a little bit of a restriction at the back of the throat, which offers kind of an ocean sound. It's an audible breath. So let's set a metronome for your breath. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. You're going to lift up at the pelvic floor. That is going to bring lightness to your practice and give you a little core strength. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Bob, can I get a little more heat in here? Exhale 7. It's mighty cold to me. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. On your inhale, come forward to a plank and look across the room. Push your heels away. Dome your upper back. So think of yourself like an angry cat on a fence on Halloween. So you're going to push the floor away from you and protract the shoulders. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Breathe through the nose, not the mouth. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale, go back downward facing dog. Lift the hips up. Soften the knees. Slowly walk the feet forward till your feet are flat on the floor. Your hands are going to be 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. You're going to put your hands on blocks if you're bending your knees, and let your head be heavy, looking back at your thighs. And the higher, if you have still a little bend in the knees, you can raise your blocks up, friend. So you can bring them wherever you are. I posted something on our Instagram page. You should look at it. It's really funny. It's this girl in the 1950s. She's doing like this. And it's like she's watching an exercise video on her television. It's from the 50s. And I said, this is not Uttanasana. Knees bent, rounded back, head looking up. Not Uttanasana. It's pretty funny. I got a lot of laughs on that one. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Just soften the knees. Heel toe the feet out as wide as the mat. Heels are going to be on the floor. Toes are going to be on the floor. Heels are going to be on the mat. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearms. Imagine that you're squatting up instead of squatting down. So remember, there's a little bit of lift in the pelvis. Exhale 1. You're not just kind of dropping into it. Exhale 2. There's a little bit of control there. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Then just gently place your hands on the floor. Come sit down. Extend the legs out in front of you. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, place the right foot on the outside of your left knee. Flex your left foot. So pull your toes back. Lift your left arm up alongside your left ear. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Bring your right hand behind you, looking over your right shoulder. Keep pulling those left toes back. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. I know you can sense me coming to you. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, come back to center. Exhale, counter twist, twist over to the left. Inhale, come center, and exhale, extend the right leg. Bend the left knee into the chest, left foot on outside of right. Then pull your right toes back. Lift your right arm up, and then exhale, twist over to the left this time. Look over the left shoulder. Keep the right foot active. All of a sudden, it doesn't go toward the center of the room. Exhale, 1. A little hamstring action happening in the right leg. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, extend. Inhale, bend both the knees. Place the heels where the knees were. Feet about hips width distance apart. Bring the hands behind you about 6 to 8 inches, fingers pointing forward toward the center of the room. Bring the chin into the chest. On the inhale, lift the hips into tabletop. Then exhale, let the head go back if comfortable. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Now cross your right ankle over the left. Roll over your shins. Step back onto your hands and knees. Move back to the wall so your feet are against the wall. Your knees are underneath the hips. The hands are underneath the shoulders. Yeah. So your feet are going to be, it's important that you kind of measure your body out for this. So you're kind of like an inverted tabletop. On your inhale, lift your knees up, extending your legs, coming into a down dog with your heels on the wall. Yeah. Now step your right foot onto the wall. See your right big toe. Don't go any higher than your vision. No higher than your vision. Then step your left foot next to the right and straighten your legs, bring your chin into your chest, and look back at your pubic bone. So you're coming into an L-shaped handstand or a 90-degree angle. So Fran, you walk too far forward. You're like a plank over there. On your inhale, breathe. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, lift your right leg up into the air. Stay. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, put your right foot on the wall. On your inhale, lift your left leg into the air. Stay. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. It's nothing but a warrior 3 upside down. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, put your left foot on the wall. Slowly walk down. Oh, fold over your legs. Yeah, we're going to continue our warm-up here. So fold over your legs, soften your knees, roll one vertebrae at a time up to a standing position. Come to the front of your mat, standing in Tadasana, mountain seat. The big toes and heels touch. Tailbone moves toward the pubic bone. Bring your chin into your chest. Bring your hands behind your back. Clasp your hands together in a fist. So stand up, Fran, stand up. Now, clasp your hands together in a fist. Lift your arms away from your body so your shoulders are still over your hips. You're not folding forward. You're opening up the front of your shoulder. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Fran said, I'm type A personality, so sometimes you have to slow down those people. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. They're the ones that come to class, though, all the time. Exhale, 5. Lower your arms, release your hands. On your inhale, bring your arms alongside your ears. Interlace your hands together into a single fist. Then exhale, side bend over to the left and stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift back up to center. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring your hands behind your skull. Fingers interlaced, elbows out to the side walls. Inhale, expand your chest. Exhale, arch back a bit. Stay there. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, arch back a little bit more. Stay there. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, arch all the way back. Move your pubic bone forward. Inhale, come back to center, and exhale, bring your chin into your chest and bring your elbows close together. Then rolling down slowly. Inhale. Exhale, bring your nose to the sternum. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to sternum. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to upper abdomen. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to navel. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to pubic bone. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to mid-thighs. Inhale. Exhale, forehead to knees. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees. Bring your forehead to touch your knees. Keep your knees bent. Inhale, lift your shoulders up, elbows out to the side walls. Modified chair seat. Keep your hands behind your skull. Exhale, sit lower in your seat. Inhale, come stand all the way up by pressing into your feet. Exhale, arch all the way back. Then inhale, come back to center, and exhale, hands by the side to Dasana mountain seat. On your inhale, hook your thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms behind your back, clasp your hands together in a fist, straighten your arms and legs. Inhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, step your right foot back into a lunge. Exhale, your left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, drop down to your knees. All right, come sit in Virasana, hero seat. Bring your knees together, move your shin bones out on a V shape. The tops of your feet are on the floor. You're going to come sit on blocks. You have 2 blocks. You can put 2 blocks underneath your seat. You can put 2 blocks and a blanket underneath your seat. Whatever you need to be comfortable in Virasana for a few moments. Please make yourself comfortable. And I brought everybody chant books. So pick up your chant book. We're also going to, let's turn over to page 12. Okay? Page 12. Asatoma sa Asatom. All right, we're going to chant from the Upanishads, which is ancient, very ancient text. We're going to chant number 6. So 3 ohms. We'll do this as a call and response. I will sing one line, then we'll sing it together. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya. Mrityoma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So now I'm going to do one line. We'll do it together. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Your turn. Mrityo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Now I'm going to do it all the way through, then we'll do it together. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Your turn. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Together. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Once more. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityo Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, the cosmic sound of creation, of the divine, lead us from changing reality, asat, not truth, false, illusion, to unchanging reality, sat, or unchanging truth, infinity. Lead us from spiritual darkness or ignorance to spiritual enlightenment or light. Lead us from identification with the finite body to the identification with the eternal soul. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. May there be peace within myself. May there be peace with those around me. But most of all, may there be a universal peace that cannot be created through weapons, police forces, military. That is a peace that is part of infinite wisdom. And this is the whole, and these 2, 3, 4 lines, this is the whole message of yoga. That no matter where you are in your cycle of life, that at some point you will have to let go of the body. The body is not going to make you happy. It's going to fail you every time. And that while you have a body and you have a mind, you should use it. You should really take advantage of it because you've been very lucky to get it in this cycle. You know, because you could have come back as like a grub worm, right? But in reality, you were given this beautiful body. And as much as it aches and it pains and it suffers, there is absolute liberation within the body. The goal of yoga is absolute liberation. A person who is liberated while in the body is called the jiva mukta. The jiva meaning the individual soul, and mukta, final liberation. So it's possible to be in a body and be totally liberated from the pains and sufferings of the world. Just like now, I noticed that there's a little bit of movement going on because of the pain and suffering of Virasana, right? It's a little bit intense. That hero seat's a little intense. But these are just metaphors for really what we're going through while we're in this transient state of the body and moving on to the next level, right? It's that circular cycle that we're making. So think about that, and think about that while we're practicing today, how the vinyasa is really indicating to you this experience that you're having in the body. It's not the final experience. It's not the final experience, but it is a metaphor for that experience. In the end, you will go into Shavasana, you will die. In this class, you will have a little mini death. And then you will rise from that little mini death and you will sit in meditation and try to connect to cosmic consciousness. That idea of Sat, unchanging reality. Slowly come onto your hands and knees. You can fold up your chant books, put them to the side, I'll pick them up. Come onto your hands and knees. Move your props to the side. Extend your right leg back like you're in a little mini lunge. Give your right knee a break. Now don't throw the chant book, Fran. That's a sacred object. If she wanted to come in here with me, she didn't realize that I'm tough. I'm as tough as she is. All right, then drop down to your right knee. Send your left leg back. Yeah. Then drop to your left knee, tuck your toes under, push your seat back to your heels, lift your knees up, downward dog again. Good. And reconnect to your Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha if you forgot about it. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat back to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat back to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, left foot forward meets right, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. Take a moment, bring the hands together in prayer, and set a higher intention for the practice today. My first teacher, Sharon Gannon, said to me that the highest intention you could have for a yoga class is yoga. And then exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. With straight legs, inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten the arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place hands down next to feet, step the right foot back into a lunge, look forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward between hands, look forward. Exhale, left foot meets right, fold over legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs, and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, lightly step left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana mountain seat. Again, inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step right foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, seat to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward. Exhale, left foot forward next to right, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, sweep arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank, breathe through the nose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana mountain seat. Adding on to that. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, sweep arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step the right foot back. Exhale, drop down to the right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back, crescent moon. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Don't rush. Exhale, seat to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward. Exhale, drop down to left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step left foot forward next to right, and fold over the legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, sweep arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step left foot back. Exhale, drop down to left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, moving forward to plank with grace. Exhale, Chaturanga with grace. Inhale, upward facing dog with grace. Exhale, downward facing dog with grace. Inhale, come forward to plank with grace. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin with grace. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, seat to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lightly step the left foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, right knee to the floor. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step right foot forward next to left, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana mountain seat. Beautiful. On your inhale, come up between your blocks. Don't be too far back. On your inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, put your hands on the earth and extend your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the head and chest halfway, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward. Left heel turns down, come up, warrior one, stay. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. So let's move this foot forward just a little. Exhale, three, all the way to where my finger is. Notice how I keep going forward. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On your inhale, extend your right leg. Exhale, open the arms and hips up. to the left. Inhale, reach forward to the right. Place your right hand on your right shin. Lift your left arm up. Look at your left thumb. So if you are bending your right knee, try to extend. Not lock your knee, but extend through your quadricep. Feel your quadricep activate. If you can't feel your quadricep activate, a little hint. Try to make a little air between the floor and your right heel. Put a little more pressure into the big toe mound of your right foot. Exhale 1. That will give you a little extension through the quad. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, lift all the way up, stand. Then exhale, bend the right knee. Place the right hand down inside the right foot. And then exhale, lift your left arm straight up. Now you're going to put your palm flat. And if you can't get your palm flat, you're going to use a block. Move your right shoulder towards your right knee, opening up your right hip. Exhale 1. So you don't want your right hip collapsing to the left. That means you're sticking your booty out like J-Lo. And you may even notice that what's happening is you're twisting your foot to stick your booty out. Exhale 1, right? Inhale. Now pull your ribs in. Exhale 2. I like J-Lo. Exhale 3. Butt. Exhale 4. And I'll just end it there. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, gently place your left hand down. Now come onto the ball of your left foot. Push more weight into your left hand. On your inhale, lift your right arm up, a little twist over here. Yeah. And keep pushing through the posterior chain of your left leg. Exhale 1. Inhale, good. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now on your inhale, gently place your right hand down. Frame your right foot. Then exhale, drop down to your left knee. All right. Now you're going to keep your left toes tucked under. Push your seat back to your left heel. Your right foot's going to come on to the heel like it's on a gas pedal of a car. Yeah. Now walk your hands forward and fold forward over your right leg like a runner stretch. If your behind does not touch your left heel, it's okay. Exhale 1. But what you do want to do is you want to reach forward with the torso and pull back with the hip. Exhale 2. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Now inhale, lift your head and chest up. Start to bend your right knee. Put your right foot on the floor with your knee over your ankle. Yeah. Then lift your torso up. Bring your arms alongside your ears as if in a lunge. Then exhale, bring your hands together in prayer at heart center. Twist over to the right. Left elbow on the outside of the right leg. Good. Now, your back toes are already tucked under. Lift your back knee up, your left knee up. Good. As you lift your left knee up, push through your left heel, activating the posterior chain. Exhale 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now inhale, come back to center. Put your hands on the floor. Frame your right foot. Exhale, put more weight into your right foot and hands. On your inhale, lift your left foot off the floor, straightening your right leg. Exhale, fold over your standing right leg. Good. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Standing split. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now inhale, lift your head and chest. Bend your left knee. Open, stack your hips up. Then exhale, bring your left knee to the outside of your right foot and sit down in a curtsy. So left knee behind. Yeah, left knee behind, friends. So you're coming down in Adva Matsyendrasana. There you go. On your inhale, lift your left arm up. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Look over your right shoulder. There you go. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, counter twist. Then inhale, come back to center and set up for ankle to knee. Move your left shin forward so your left shin is parallel to the front edge of your mat. Open up your right knee. Place your right shin on top of your left so that the ankles and the knees are stacked on top of each other. Now the key here is you're going to dorsal flex your feet, meaning you're going to pull your toes toward your knee joints, not point them away to the outer walls. Why? That engages the knee and protects the ligaments. You don't want to stretch ligaments here. Lift your head and chest. I think this is a very important asana, but you want to be aware of your knees. Exhale, fold forward, bring your arms out in front of you. Breathe into the back of your hip where it is targeting. Now, that is only saying that you're alive, but you are not the intention. You are feeling in the back of your hip. That is not your identity. Exhale, 2. Sometimes we think it's our identity. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, lift your head and chest up. Now, you're going to lift your right shin up and swing your bottom leg, your left leg behind you, coming into a pigeon. You're going to stay on the right side, so the right's going to stay in front. Yeah, because you've only done the right. If you need to put a little padding underneath your right hip, a block, so that you're not collapsing, please do so. Now, as you lift your head and chest, pull your right hip back, your left hip forward, and then I'm going to be kind to you. Fold forward over your right leg into a forward fold pigeon. But you don't want this to become dead pigeon. Okay? So dead pigeon is when you just flop into it and hang out. You want to constantly keep energetically pulling your right hip back and your left hip forward. So there's something going on in your arms and your torso. It's not just like clump, oh, I'm there, me, my. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, lift the head and chest and walk the hands back. Now this is so much fun. Bend your left knee, and as you bend your left knee, reach back with your left hand and grab the inside of your left foot with the eye of your elbow facing the outer wall. Now, once you do that, you want to make sure that your eye of your elbow is facing the outer wall. You want to pull your right hip back, your left hip forward, and your shoulder forward. Now you can put your hand on block so you're not struggling so much. And then just gently bring your left heel a little closer to your right hip. You're not going to go into a full king pigeon. Not yet. Inhale. Exhale. And even though I know you can, girl. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now just gently release your left foot. Put your hands on the ground. Tuck your left toes under. Step back, downward dog. Oh my God, yes. Yes. On your inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, warrior 1. Stay. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Bring this foot forward. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, extend your left leg. Exhale, open arms and hips to the right. Inhale, reach forward to the left. Left hand on left shin. Right arm reaches up. Triangle Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Now, bend your left knee, and as you bend your left knee, notice what you just did. You just moved your heel out. Put your left, foot parallel outside of mat. Put your left hand inside your left foot. Right arm reaches up. So one of these key things about yoga alignment is to start to understand that whatever your foot is doing, your hip is doing. The great teacher Iyengar once said, if you don't know what your big toe is doing, how are you going to know God? And I agree with him, because God is subtle. Exhale 1. God doesn't perform miracles every day. He only performs them on very special occasions. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3, no matter what people think. Babies are not miracles. Exhale 4, that's biology. Exhale 5. Good. On your inhale, gently place your right hand down. Come onto the ball of your right foot. Yeah. So keep your left hand inside. Now lift your left arm up. Little twist here. Push through your right leg. Exhale 1. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now inhale, gently place your left hand down. Now drop down to your right knee. Keep your right toes tucked under. Push your seat to your right heel, extending your left leg, coming onto your left heel, like your left foot's on the gas pedal of a car. Now walk your arms forward, framing your left leg, and fold forward over your left leg in a runner's stretch. This is not really an asana here. Exhale 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now lift your head and chest up. Walk your hands back. Bend your left knee. Put your left foot on the floor. Yeah, coming back into a kneeling position. Lift the torso up. Bring the arms alongside the ears. Then bring the hands together in prayer and twist over to the left. Nice deep twist here. Activating the post-anterior chain of the right leg. Lift your right knee up, extending your right leg. Pushing through your right heel again. Exhale 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come back to center. Place hands on floor. Frame the left foot. Exhale, put more weight into your left foot and hands. Inhale, lift your right leg off the floor, extending your left leg. Exhale, fold forward over your standing left leg. Inhale, good. Exhale 1. So press your palms down. Exhale 2. Let the head go. Exhale 3. There you go. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On your inhale, lift your head and chest up as you bend your right knee. Open, stack your hips for a second. Then exhale, right knee to the back of your left foot. Sit down. So it's like a curtsy. Yes. There you go. On your inhale, lift the right arm up this time. Exhale, twist over to the left and breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come center, and just move your right shin forward. Right shin's going to come parallel to the front edge of your mat. Then open up your left knee and place your left shin on top of your right. Then you're going to dorsal flex the feet, so the toes move toward each other. Lift the head and chest, and exhale, fold forward. Bring the arms out in front of you. Breathe into the back of the hip. There may be tightness in the hip. You are not the tightness of that hip. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, lift your head and chest. Now just lift your left shin up, swing your right leg, your bottom leg behind you, setting up for your pigeon. And then once you've found your pigeon, if you need to put a little padding underneath your left hip, do so. Take a moment, lift up a little bit, pull your left hip back, your right hip forward. That's how you open up the hip in a pigeon. Then exhale, fold forward, walk your arms out in front of you. But, like I said before, don't let it become dead pigeon. Like, don't just flop into it. Keep pulling your left hip crease back toward the wall, your right hip crease forward. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift your head and chest, walk your hands back. Now, bend your right knee, reach back, hold on to the inside of your right foot so the eye of the elbow is facing the outer wall. Yeah. And then just gently bring your right heel toward the outside of your right hip, opening up the front of your right quadricep. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And just gently release your right foot. Tuck your toes under. Press into your hands. Step back, downward dog. Good for you. On your inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Now stay in cobra. Inhale, lift your hands off the floor. Exhale, 1. Inhale, squeeze your legs together. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. So put your toes down. Lift your shoulders, not your feet. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. So the thing about cobra, the cobra, like if you lift your feet up in cobra, you're doing shalabhasana. The difference between cobra and the locust is that the legs lift up in locust. That's the only difference. All right, we're going to do another back bend. This is not really, this is kind of a made-up back bend, made-up asana, because it's called Sphinx, and right, so it's not really Sanskrit. Bring your feet out as wide as your mat. So your little toes, your big toes are going to be on the outside of your mat. Now, lift your chest up and put your forearms on the ground. And then walk your forearms back so that your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Now, like the cool thing is why I think it's called Sphinx is because if you look at the Sphinx of Egypt, it looks like he's kind of pushing the desert sand away from him, like when a cat sits up and he's kind of lifting its chest and he's looking across the horizon. So you want to do that. You want to kind of push the floorboards away from you with your forearms and lift your chest up. And what you'll find is it will push your pelvis down and you'll feel a little tightness in your lower back. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now just come and make a little pillow with your forearms and put your forearm head on the pillow and just rock your hips out from side to side. All right. From here, lift your torso up again and bring your forearm onto the floor in front of your chest. So you're kind of propping your forearm up, okay? And we're going to do what's called frog, Asana, okay? We're going to do half frog first, then we're going to do full frog. So when I told you the key here is to reach back, bend your left knee and reach back with your left hand. Hold on to the inside of your left foot with the eye of your elbow facing the outer wall. Then I'm going to start to press down and I'm going to rotate my fingers and my elbows and my shoulders. So my fingers are in line with my toes and all of a sudden my little elbow goes straight up toward the ceiling. Then I'm going to push straight down on the top of the foot and push away with my forearm, lifting my chest. Frog. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Good. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale. Release your left foot. Make a little pillow with your forearms. Rock out the hips. Now prop yourself up on your left forearm. Okay? And then bend your right knee. Reach back. Hold on to the inside of the right foot with the eye of the elbow facing the outer wall. Then take your right thumb, put it underneath your right big toe, and then rotate your fingers, your shoulders, and your elbow up toward the ceiling. Fingers will be then in line with your toes. And then push straight down on the top of your right foot, bringing your right heel to outside of your right hip. Exhale 1. Looks good. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Release the foot. Just make a little pillow with your forearms. Rock out the hips. A lot of psoas and quadricep opening today. That's kind of our focus here. Like what's happening in the psoas. Psoas, very primitive muscle. Attaches to your hip flexor, then attaches, again, I think, on vertebrae 12 or 14. I always forget that. In the middle of your body, you cannot touch your psoas. It is your it's called sometimes a reptilian muscle. They think it's like one of the first muscles that were formed in us as beings when we were going through evolution. You can't control it either. If it tightens up, you can't just say, psoas, relax. It's an emotional muscle. Full frog. Bring the forehead to the earth. Bend both your knees. Reach back. Hold on to the inside of your feet with the eyes of the elbows facing the outer walls. Now, you're going to lift your head up a little bit, and you're going to rotate your wrists, rotate your shoulders, rotate your elbows, so your fingers are in line with your toes. Yeah, so you got to bend your elbows a little bit and rotate your wrists. Now you're going to press straight down on the tops of your feet and lift your chest up like you do in Cobra. And as you press down, you're going to lift up, and your heels are going to come on the outside of your hips in a full frog. Exhale 1. So press down. Exhale 1. Does that make sense? Inhale. So we're going to go here instead of kicking back, and now lift your chest here. Exhale 2, there. Inhale. Exhale 3. Is that a frog? No, it's a turtle. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now release your feet. Break a little pillow with your forearms. Rock out your hips. Whoo. Right. Bring the hands by the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Let's a little vinyasa in here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, squeeze your legs together. Inhale, lift your arms and your legs. Locust, exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down, relax. Bring the forehead to the earth. Bend the knees, reach back, grab your ankles. You can hold onto the inside of the ankles or the outside of the ankles. We've done both already, so we've done a little bit of work on both of those. On your inhale, kick your feet into your hands and lift up. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Now you're kicking back. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Release your feet. Rock out your hips. A little bit of the vinyasa. Bring the hands by the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Inhale, bring your knees to rest behind your wrist crease. Yeah, come onto your knees. Now, immediately lift your shoulders up so your shoulders are over your hips. Tuck your toes under so your heels are pointing up toward the ceiling. Okay? And make sure that your knees are about 2 fists apart. You don't want to be on a tightrope for this or you kind of lose your balance. Bring your hands to your hips and then bring your thumbs closer to your sacrum and your elbows closer to each other. Now, don't think about this pushing your pelvis forward. Think about moving your navel up to your throat. So start to lift up through your abdomen, through your chest, start to arch back. As you arch back, place your hands on your heels. If your hands don't reach your heels, keep your hands on your lower back. Let your head go back last. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift up, leading with the shoulders. Good. Now, bring your knees together. Bring the tops of the feet onto the floor. Bring your feet out toward the side. Come sit in between your ankles again in a second Virasana. Maybe this time you can sit closer to the floor. Maybe not, but we can always try. Now, if you are sitting on the floor, please come lay down in Supta Virasana. Reclining hero. Would you like, I can get you a bolster, Sally. Okay, all right, if you want a bolster. So if you're going to come do that, take the block out, is what I would say, unless we're going to prop you out with a bunch of bolsters. You can do it. I think you can totally do it. Good for you. See? Oh, my God. And if you're not in Supta Virasana, that's fine too. We won't stay here forever, but there is a kind of wonderful experience of coming and laying down and feeling that real spaciousness that Supta Virasana is able to give you. Now, if you're in Supta Virasana, place your hands by your heels, lift your shoulders up, walk your hands forward. Little decompression of the hips. So don't come out of, don't watch out with your knee, Fran. Don't come out of it the way you came into it. Okay. Little twist. Bring your left hand over to the outside of your right thigh. Bring your right hand behind you. Little Virasana twist. Then come back to center and twist the other direction. Little Virasana twist over to the other side. Then come back. And then come onto the hands and knees. Lift the hips up. Step back, downward dog. Good for you. On the inhale, come forward to plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale. Slide forward, cobra. Exhale, come down and roll over onto the back. Bend the knees, tickle the heels with the fingertips. Feet or hips width distance apart, parallel. On the inhale, lift the hips to the lower of the middle back. Clasp the hands together in a fist underneath you, half bridge. And if half bridge is ever, difficult for you, like it may feel totally different after all the psoas opening we did. Then release the hands and come down the middle back, the lower back, and the hips. Now, here's what we're going to do. Everybody, let's spin ourselves around so our head is against the wall. And you can move your mat to the wall. Okay? And so we're going to take our blocks and we're going to put our blocks up against the molding like a little ramp. Okay? So that little rubber molding is going to hold the block in place. Okay? And then you're going to lay down with your head in between the blocks. Then you're going to lift your arms up and you're going to wrap your fingers around the bottom edge of the block. So when you wrap your fingers around the bottom edge of the block, your elbows are going to be pointing up toward the ceiling, and you're going to be able to push the edge of the block into the wall. Okay? Make sure that your feet are hips width distance apart and under ankles and knees in line with each other. All right. Now, moving your hands onto the blocks like this changes the flexion of your wrist, and it changes the flexion of the shoulder. It makes this easier. Press into your hands and your feet and lift up off the floor, extending your arms, getting your head off the floor. So move straight up and get the head off the floor. Come on. Exhale, 1. Good for you. Look at there. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Breathe. Exhale, 4. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin into the chest and come down. Look at that. It's a little easier? Maybe, yeah. Okay. We're going to try it again. I want to try something. I think I can help you get a little more strength, because what's happening is your elbows are going out to the side. As your elbows go out to the side, it puts the pressure of the asana in your rotator cuff of your shoulder. And there's no muscle there. It's this cartilage and like ligament, right? So we're going to change that. So lift your arms up and then put this around and now put your hands on the blocks. Good. Now it's going to touch your forehead for a second. It's okay. Place the hands on the blocks. Push into your hands and lift your body up. Exhale, 1. Good for you. Now lift. Exhale, 2. Let your head go back. Let your head go back. Exhale, 3. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring your chin into your chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Good. Did that help a little bit too? Well, yes. Yeah, it helped. It gave you more strength. One more time. Place the hands next to the head on your inhale. Come back up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Now bend your knees into your chest. Good. Give your knees a little hug. So, asana, the thing is that people don't realize about yoga asana is yoga asana is nothing but metaphors. It's really this idea that, yes, that is hard. It's hard for most people. Some people, it's easy. And, I can't tell you why. It's subjective. The goal of this is not to, quote unquote, nail it or master it or work it or do it. The goal of this is to be at ease with it, even if it's hard for you, even if you're struggling. To be in that space where you're in shanti instead of ashanti. Bring your knees over to the left, extend your right arm out, look over your right shoulder, twisting. Try to keep your knees as high as your belly button so you're not twisting from your sacrum. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, come back to center. Bring the knees into the chest. And then allow your knees to drop over the opposite side. Extend your opposite arm out. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Now bring your knees back into your chest. Give your knees a hug. Bring your forehead towards your knees. On your inhale, rock forward. On your exhale, roll back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, roll back. Give your back a massage. Inhale, rock forward. Come up to a seated position. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. Flex your feet. Lift your head and chest. And exhale, fold forward, holding onto the feet. Paschimottanasana. So my friend Pashupa interviewed me for his podcast called Don't Forget Yoga. And it's a new podcast that he has done. Maybe Sally, I think, probably is the only one who remembers Pashupa, who used to teach here. Yeah. So he's living in Massachusetts now, and we went to teacher training together at Omega Institute 15 years ago, I guess it is almost now. And he said, he kind of wrote a little introduction about the interview, and he said, I remember Austin from teacher training. He asked a lot of questions, and he seemed like he was struggling. And I thought, well, that's interesting. I mean, I don't think I asked a lot of questions because I was probably too terrified. And I probably was struggling because I was older than everybody else. Because I took my first yoga class when I was 43 years old. And I took my first yoga class because there was a lot of drastic changes that were happening in my life, both physically, emotionally, psychologically. And I had a really good therapist at the time. And one day she said to me, I think you need to stop coming and talking to me because all we're doing is talking about what's on CNN and talking about what's in the New York Times. And you need to go start a meditation practice. So she had handed me some meditation tapes, and she said, maybe you should go do yoga. And I walked into a Jivamukti class, and it really did kind of put everything I was doing with her in perspective. What was the next step of what I was supposed to do to get to where I wanted to be. To find that space where I could be at peace at where I was in this transition of my life. And it was a game changer. But I was ready for it at that moment. And that's why I think that to project out there that yoga is only for the young, or yoga is only for people who are more mature. You can't. It's subjective of where you are in that journey. You may have a 15-year-old that comes in here and I said what I had to say, asato matsa gamaya, and they get it. They've already experienced it lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. You may have somebody who's 90 years old who comes in here and they don't get it. Right? So, if we just start to see that these teachings are always able to be transmitted at any moment, and at any time, and at any moment a person could become awake or enlightened, that's the key to yoga. On the inhale, lift the head and chest, and exhale, hands by the hips, Dandasana. Bring the hands behind you about 8 to 10 inches. Point the toes like a ballet dancer. On your inhale, lift your hips up. Let your head go back. Incline plank. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. From here, let's set up for shoulder stand. Salambasarvangasana, or legs up the wall. If no inversions today, you can come into Goddess. But we will practice a shoulder stand and a headstand. So shoulder stand first, you're at the wall, you can do headstand at the wall. So I'm totally happy if people use the wall as a prop. You can even do shoulder stand at the wall. If you come into Viparina Karani, legs up the wall, then you can bend your knees, put your feet on the wall, lift your hips, put your hands on your back, then lift your legs up into the air. That's an option. Art is staying in legs up the wall. So bring your legs and feet together. Now put this on there. Oh, there you go. Now put this one over here too. Oh my God. Oh my God. You glad you came to this class? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, rest is good. You should always rest in between. This practice, it comes out of Jivamukti and Ashtanga. Jivamukti made it a little more urban. I'm kind of still in that stream where, you have practice every day because you don't know when people can practice. But in Ashtanga, you always take Sunday off. You take one day off a week. There's one day you rest. And it's all kind of like written into the schedule. Like they just know you can't go to an Ashtanga studio on a Sunday because none of them are open. If they're real Ashtanga. But, here we'll let everybody kind of come when they can. Oh, I can come on Monday. I can come on Sunday. I can't come on Friday. They can come whenever it's good for them. So I'm going to adjust you a little bit. You're going to bend your knees. And we're going to move your hips towards your face. And your feet toward the ceiling. And put your hands on your back instead of on the waistband of your yoga pants. So if you can feel the spandex of your yoga pants, you're too low. You're just kind of... You want to be kind of in a straight line. It's tough. Yeah. If you're in shoulder stand, flex your feet, let the toes come overhead, let the toes touch the floor behind the head, clasp the hands together in a fist, halasana, plow seat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now bend the knees, bring the knees alongside the ears. Karnapidasana, ear pressure seat. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then put the hands on the floor away from the shoulders. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. Coming and laying down on your mat. Once you have the legs extended, if you have blankets underneath the shoulders, move your props off to the side, unfold your mat, lay down on your back. If you have legs up the wall and you would like to experience Matsyasana with us, you just bring the knees into the chest and come to one side. Lay down on the back, turn the palms to face upward, or you can stay in legs up the wall. Pressing the elbows, puff up the chest, come onto the top of the head. Fish. But struggling is subjective, right? It's one of the things that when we observe like ourselves, we can only really tell what's really going on in the self. But when we observe others, you don't really know if they're struggling or not. It may look to you like they're struggling, but they may not be struggling. Press your elbows into the floor, bring your chin to chest, and come down. And then draw the knees into the chest, give the knees a little hug, and roll over to the left. Come into a child's seat. You can face the wall. You can even use the wall for headstand. If you're using the wall for headstand, I like to bring my knuckles against the wall so that actually I'm not in a back bend. I'm not in a banana shape. From child's seat, interlace the fingers together, make one fist, place the top of the head on the floor behind the wrist crease. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees up, walk the feet forward so the hips are over the shoulders. Then bring the knees into the chest, bring the heels toward the buttocks, bring the knees toward the sky. Then the feet last. Feet go last, like the angel on the top of a Christmas tree. Right? Put the star and the angel on last. Don't put them on first. It would make more sense to put it on first. Then you don't knock all the other ornaments off the Christmas tree. But there's that idea of tradition. So friend, you could, like what you could do here is not come into it fully, but you could lift your knees up and come into dolphin. Which means you're doing the same thing. Yeah, and just extend your legs. Yeah, well, not actually walking them back. You want to keep them where they were. Yeah, and try to straighten your knees. So that I'm a little bit more like, watch. I'm a little bit more like this. Look at me. So I'm a little more like. So I'm in an inversion. My heart is above my head. My hips are a little bit more over my shoulders, but I'm not putting any pressure in my neck here. The pressure's, I mean, my head's even a little bit off the floor. Oops. Slowly start to come down and rest in child's seat and breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Lift up. And let's make our way into Shavasana, corpse seat. So you can come and lay down with a blanket underneath the knees. You can lay down with a blanket across your chest and pelvis if you're a little cool. But once you've laid down, consciously place your body. Know where your legs are, know where your feet are, know where your pelvis is, your torso, your arms, your hands, your head. And as you consciously lay your body down, Relax at the pelvic floor. Allow the breath to now just breathe the body organically, letting go of the Ujjayi pranayama. And let the body become heavy and dense. Corpse. Shavasana. Gently start to deepen the breath. And as you deepen the breath, make small movements with the fingers and toes. Stretch the arms overhead and stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Bend the knees into the chest, giving the knees a little hug. And then gently roll over to the right side. And pressing the left palm into the earth in front of you, lift the torso up and come up to a seated position, your seat of consciousness, your seat of awareness, for a brief meditation practice. And once you've found your seat, commit to that seat and find stillness. Close the eyes and focus the mind, drawing the senses inward. Allow the breath to deepen, and as you inhale, silently chant to yourself the mantra Om. And as you exhale, silently chant to yourself the mantra Om. Inhaling Om and exhaling Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly, giving thanks and praise for the teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachings that are yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much. So when I say namaste, I do, like, there's a lot of stuff like going on around cultural appropriation. So I actually say every time I teach class, I say the line, Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki, which means God, Bhagawan, is the only Sat true teacher. And then I bow down, namaskar, to that teacher. So when I say namaste, I'm actually saying namaste to Bhagawan. I'm not saying namaste to students. Because namaste is a greeting. And like that the Sadguru is Bhagawan. You're welcoming that energetic of Bhagawan into the room at the last minute. After the teachings have been delivered, it's like now this highest energy is being evoked and brought into. Namaste to that. Namaste to that. So it's a very specific way I teach that and use the term namaste. Because really, if I was going to say namaste to you, I would say namaste when you came into the building. I wouldn't say it at the end of the class. It's a greeting. It's saying hello, not saying goodbye. So very interesting. A couple of announcements. Tonight, Michael Brown and I are going to be doing a cosmic soundscape. It's going to be real groovy. Okay? And then, so come to that if you're not doing anything at 5:30 to 7:30. On March the 5th, next Sunday, my friend Abhika Devi is going to be doing a chakra tuning workshop, and she's going to focus on the Swanistana chakra, which is this chakra of sexuality and creativity. So, I know you are signed up for that. So, check that out. I think it's going to be a really wonderful, exciting